Good morning. It is January 2nd, Sunday. And today I want to show you a quick gardening tour. There's been a few changes, but really just trying to focus in on a lot of the basics now. Trying to focus on what I actually eat, like potatoes, bell peppers, onions, garlic, beans. We'll just say greens, far as in collards, cabbage, lettuce. So a lot of it, we're trying to now learn how to succession plant, continually harvest. So we're gonna start the tour off by showing you what I mean by succession plant. This is the side of the house. We're gonna get in closer. These are wonder beans. As you can see, they're doing pretty good. But what I mean by succession planting, these are getting ready to go out. So even a month before they go out, you want to try to start planting new ones. If you look in there, these are wonder beans again, starting to take the gate. So that's how you properly succession plant. You want to plant at least a month ahead before whatever you're succeeding starts to die. Now, basic tour to the right side. It's going to be the greens bed. We have mustards, collards right there, and cabbage. So that's what I mean by the greens. We had done a video before about saving a strawberry. This is the actual strawberry we ended up saving and moving out the sun. Now it's doing a lot better. Even with a baby strawberry from our own, right there. Another baby strawberry. Surprisingly, I did plant a pecan that I got from Texas. This is actually a pecan tree. It just came up. I had done some watermelon. But one thing I noticed about the watermelon, it's growing and dying at the same time. In the winter, as you can see, it's doing okay. But look at this vine. You follow that vine right there, keep going, as you see how it's starting to die. It starts to die. It starts to die. And then it continues, it starts to grow. So the tip of the plant is growing, but the farther and longer it gets, it starts to die. So it's growing and dying. Now the corn is actually doing pretty good. It'll be January. As you can see, we got a little bit in the shade. We got 1, 2. That's trying to become 3. So you can grow sweet corn in Florida. The only thing I will say is the latest you can plant sweet corn in Florida will be October. I wouldn't plant sweet corn no later than October. But here's the trick. It's just sweet corn. You can still grow your hard flint corn in the right climate year round. And what I mean by that, we have a purple flint corn. And I'm gonna show you. So here's the purple corn. Now, this is hard corn made for grinding down. I did find this a little bit after Thanksgiving. I guess somebody bought it as an ornament corn and threw it on the side of the road. So I found it and growing it. So what I'm trying to say is sweet corn, just there, will struggle during the winter. But I've been able to plant, this is the purple corn, the purple corn, the purple corn. So flint corn will grow year round, but sweet corn will not. And people mostly like sweet corn, so yeah, like I said, we started a strawberry, and it's doing pretty good. So here go the sale trays, pretty much, of the strawberries we started. And they're taking this full Florida sun right now. So they say it takes up to a year for them to be ready to produce. So coming down the stairwell, as you see. So the first thing, we got sprouting broccoli, which we got from another YouTuber. And I actually just put this here to save it. We got purple basil. Now, the thing about the purple basil, it can also turn green, oddly. But it's not as strong as your regular green basil. But it smells pretty good, just lightly less scented. But it's definitely more durable to like your extreme weather than like we still got some green right here. See, the green is way more tender and it can get burnt by the sun a lot more easier. So new thing I'm doing, I'm adding in a tomato pit. As you can see, we do have tomatoes. And I'm really doing this because in the summertime, it's hard to grow tomatoes in Florida. So the way I'm gonna do this year, I plan on letting the corn grow up in the summer to shade out the tomatoes and use the tomatoes to shade out the bell peppers, which I'm gonna put right here. So next year, we're trying to have literally bell peppers, tomatoes, and corn. And like I said, I'm adding in a lot of the basics, like potatoes. I started. Now I had a whole bunch of sweet corn here. And this is a sweet corn, literally, that I tried to plant in December, just to show you how it's just not growing compared to the flint corn. It's growing great. But I said, well, might as well use it for potatoes. So I added in a potato patch. So last year, if you remember, we had the sweet corn, both sides, and watermelon. This is the corn that's, I just was trying to see what would grow through the winter. And this was some of that corn now, to be exact. I planted this corn in November. I started in a pot in October. Like I said, it's sweet corn. Don't plant no later than October. More, like I say, potatoes. Since watermelon is struggling, it's looking good. I got sweet potatoes, doing good. I put a lot of, that's a whole potato. That's what it looked like, a whole potato being planted, compared to this one. It's just like a cutting of a potato. So you see the difference, but there's plenty more coming. One right there, one right there, a new one. So, like I say, we're gonna focus on what we actually eat: potatoes, corn, beefsteak, tomatoes, beans, peanuts. Now, we had cassava, if anybody knows what that is. Cassava, you just pretty much stick in the ground. Now, our peanut patch is doing pretty good. Now, peanuts, you should wait, as you see here, till they turn all the way brown, meaning every single leaf here turn brown and die. But because we are very impatient right now, so we're not gonna let it die. I'm gonna pick them up, pull them up, as you can see. Right here, I kind of just lean them on my gate. So I let my gate kind of dry out. These some I pulled yesterday. Dry out all my peanuts and beans. So to give you an example, what they look, we're gonna harvest some. You see, oh buddy, almost fell. Now this, you can get it with a rake or like a pitchfork, but typically, like I said, these are a little smaller. But you can see, peanuts do harvest good. And what I do, put them right in that gate. Come on the back side. I just shove it to where it can get sun. And that gate, and I'm gonna leave them there for 7 days. So you get an example. This is how pretty much looks. So 7 days on the gate in the sun. That's how we dry peanuts. See if we got one ready. Right here. You can't eat peanuts raw. So, trying to show you. So, they ready. I do eat peanuts raw. No problem. But continue. As the next year, potatoes. We're gonna go corn. Watermelon's gonna be in the front. I'm gonna have more corn and potatoes. This is our beans. Basic black eyes. They're doing good. And the reason I put them here, as you can see, you got the sun. So the sun is south as usual. So in the winter, this spot gets sun. During the summer, when the sun is high, it's shaded. So the beans are gonna still do good. Our starter pot section. Like I said, we got okra coming up. We got rosemary. More bell peppers. Eggplants. We got separate, but I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Like on the gate, like I said, if you got a gate, you can use all your hangers and plants. We got a cucumber in here. It's not doing bad, but it's seen better days. Squash on the gate. You can see the little squash on it. So, just put a lemon, cucumber in the Toro bag. So that is the front yard tour. Let's go to the update of the empty lot. Like I say, the empty lot, it's come a long way. Like I said earlier about the corn, sweet corn is hard to grow, but this is popcorn. So any other corn you can grow year round. Nice and pretty. One, yeah, actually two. So this is the vacant lot we took over. We're planting some okra. And a lot of this we really just tried to save transplant from the other side of our actual house. So a lot of that literally comes from the yard. We planted over here. We're gonna get this okra, been trying to leave it for somebody to harvest. These is the long okra. Get up 12 inches. And like I said again about the popcorn, about all corn, just to prove to you, we just actually done this last week. We planted some more of the flint corn, as you can see, in the ground. So transplanted them. So this should be ready early spring. That's the flint purple corn. Okay. My pride and joy, the cat compost. If you go back and watch the video where I take the cat off the side of the road and put it in this bucket, so it's a little funky still. I try not to get too close to it, but as you can see, it's growing great. Like I said, I got it from cat compost, so any roadkill, I would definitely. There go a cucumber. There's another one in there somewhere. I think I see some bug action. But if you go back and watch the cat compost video, you'll see me set this up. You can see how it's growing now without me shading it. So more tomatoes we're planting. It's doing good for us to have like a late start at getting them going. So yeah, we're cleaning up the vacant lot. Like I said, we are in somewhat contact with the owner. Everything's good. We just got to clean it up more. Keep adding more. Like I said, it's winter time, so next spring, it should all be a totally different place. Like I said, I did plant some mustards. Now these are literally the mustards that came out of my 4x4 garden challenge. So that's how many mustards I had in a 4x4 section with other things growing. So we're just, like I say, trying to save some of the broccoli, cabbage. We're backing up backwards. Alright, so under the tree, got tomatoes. So, like I say, it's a garden tour. It's doing okay. ZK.